Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at JazzTime.com. Today, I'll be reviewing the Rolex Datejust 31 in stainless steel and white gold reference 278274 with a mint green index dial on Jubilee bracelet. I'll tell you a little about the history of the Datejust, then I'll tell you about where this watch stands in the lineup of other similar Datejust, then I'll tell you about the case bezel dial bracelet movement, finally try it on and give you my thoughts. So let's start with the history. The Datejust came out in 1945, the year the Second World War ended, and 40 years after Rolex itself as a company became a company. It was notable for two major things. The first is that it was waterproof, one of the first waterproof watches in the world, maybe even the first. And second, is automatic, meaning it does not require the use of any battery, it does not require any winding. It can run off the power of your wrist because it has an oscillating rotor that winds a coil that stores energy, and that is all done with simply the movement from your wrist. A very ingenious design. Rolex incorporated that. They called it the oyster because that part means that it is impermeable to water, and then perpetual meaning that it runs indefinitely, and therefore the name Oyster Perpetual. And it has the function of being time and date, and therefore they call it the Datejust. So there you go. That's a little bit about the history. And where does this watch stand in the lineup? Well, Rolex makes Datejusts in size 28, 31, and 36 for ladies. This is a mid-size, size 31. It's going to fit most women with a wrist size of 5.5 to 6.5 inches. And it is one of the best sellers, if not the best seller of Datejust that Rolex does. Now, where this watch stands in the lineup is that the Datejust 31 is made in every imaginable combination. I believe there's something like more than 200 different variations of it. You can break it down by material. They make it in steel and white gold, steel and yellow gold, steel and rose gold, and then they even make it in all precious metal, rose gold, yellow gold, white gold, and they make it with tons of different variations on the bezel, the dial, the bracelet, etc., etc. What you're looking at here is sort of the beginning version of the Datejust 31. It's definitely not the cheapest, but nowhere near the top. That doesn't mean it's not a good watch. It's a beautiful watch. We're going to go through it in a little bit. This one is steel and white gold. Okay, let's start talking about the watch itself now. Starting with the case. The case is 31 millimeters from my thumb to my index finger. And as you can see, it's a very nice medium size. If you turn it on its side to see the side profile, it's around 11 millimeters. And the case is all made of stainless steel. That part is steel, and makes sense because you house the movement and you house the dial, and everything is in the center. So you want to put in the strongest, sturdiest material, and it's the part that actually gets hit kind of often, when you wear it, so you can get scratched. But it's housed in steel, so that's great. Let's move on to the bezel. The bezel is the most iconic part of this watch. It's what is called the fluted bezel. It's a Rolex signature. It's a mark of distinction, and it used to serve a functional purpose to screw the bezel on the case, making sure that the watch is waterproof. But now they figured out other ways to do it, and it's purely aesthetic, but it definitely is a mark of extinction, probably the second most iconic part of this watch, aside from the crown itself, and just really looks fantastic. Let's talk about the dial. This is a mint green dial. It's a new release. I think Rolex released it, I want to say in 22 or something like that, 23. And before, they never did green dial, or at least they didn't do the mint green dial like they do here. It has a sunray finish, which allows delicate light reflections on the dial, and using masterful brushing techniques, it creates grooves that run outward from the center of the dial to the periphery, and looks actually different in different shades of green in the way, depending on how you turn it. They achieved this by using a physical vapor deposition or electroplating, and then finally doing a light coat of varnish to give the final look. So anyways, it's a very beautiful dial, and it's indexed, by the way. Index meaning that it has luminescent on the hour markers and hands, so that you can actually read this watch at night, which is a very big consideration when buying a watch, actually, which most people overlook, but a lot of people wear this watch at night, me included. You go to dinner, you go out to party, you go out to, even at home. You need to be able to read this watch, and a Roman dial, or one that has no luminescence, is actually absolutely unreadable at night, which makes the watch useless for half the day. So that is definitely a big consideration. Okay, Rolex also makes this dial many other dial configurations. If you like those other dial configurations, you can buy this one or those at jazztime.com by simply clicking on the link in the description below. Let's talk about the bracelet now. The bracelet is a very beautiful Jubilee bracelet. It's the most classic bracelet that Rolex makes. It's well, they make a president that's also very classic, but the Jubilee is exceptionally great. It's 5-piece links across. It's very supple, meaning that it is very form-fitting, and the reason it is because the links are very close together, and just it makes it look. It just, I mean, it speaks for itself. There is no adjustability though, however, on the Jubilee, aside from using tools and pulling these links or adding these links. Not like the Oyster, which has a comfort extension, but it still looks fantastic. Okay, and it has a hidden clasp. Let's talk about the movement. The movement, you cannot see it. It's anyways, there's a caliber 2236, a very beautiful movement, but you can't see it anyways. Have powers over 55 hours. Okay, time to try this watch on. Now, I'm a man, this is for a woman, and what my thoughts are that a woman somewhere between like 100 and 130 pounds with a wrist size of 5.5 to 6.5 should be wearing a 31 millimeter. And if you're bigger or smaller than that, then you should go with either a 28 or a 36. And I like the 31. I think it's great. It fits most women. I like it with the index dial actually over the numerals because, as I said, the index dial, you can actually read it at night. So that's you have to think practically about these watches as well, not only beauty. So I definitely prefer index over Roman numerals, even for myself or, for customers. And the Datejust has always been a top brand or top collection. So my recommendation is, for this price point, it's unbeatable. And if you really like to get this watch, please click on the link in the description below to buy it at jazztime.com, the lowest price anywhere online.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.